Thank you all for coming. I'd like to welcome you, and I'm going to get a little emotional, I'm just letting you know now. I'd like to welcome you to the grand opening of the Maier Center. It feels really, really good to say that. You have no idea how good it feels to say that. It is so exciting to be here. We are so thrilled to have everyone here today. It is a pretty exciting day today. We've got so many people here to join us today to thank. So I do want to get started and do some introductions and thank yous. I'd like to recognize and thank Minister Klimchuk, the Minister of Culture and Community Services, is on her way. She is joining us. We're a little delayed, but we're hoping she's going to be joining us any moment now. Minister Klimchuk is the Minister of Culture and Community Services and MLA for Edmonton-Glenora. We also have here with us today Mr. Gene Wozdeski, the MLA for Edmonton Mill Creek, and we are also expecting David Zhao will be joining us later as well. And I'd also like to, of course, thank and welcome Klaus Maier. Klaus Maier will be speaking a little bit later, and we'll introduce him then. I'd also like to thank some of our donors are here. We have a representative from Safeway here. We have a representative from with Betty Kelsey and Trent Androschuk here, representatives from Safeway. We have our representative from Edmonton Community Foundation, Scott Graham, and from Stollery Family Foundation as well as all of our other donors. I encourage you to check out our donor walls and our the large walls and the small ones as well, with all of our donor names on them. So thank you to our donors. I'd also like to welcome our architect team. We have Keith is here somewhere. Keith is over here. Keith and Philip from A&E Architects, who have designed and built this building. We also have our builder here, Synergy, Barry Robertson from Synergy, as well as Rob Lieber. Rob is hiding. Rob is our site superintendent and has done an amazing job with this facility. Rob! Rob has been putting up with me, and that alone should have applause, because I haven't been the easiest to deal with on this building, but he's done an amazing job, and Synergy's done an amazing job. Also, I'd like to welcome Lauren Henry. Lauren Henry is our color consultant. She's been working on this project for quite some time. She's joined us all the way from California, and we brought this weather in just for her. So I had to apologize profusely. It was warm all before, and then she joined us, and it got cold and snowy. And I'd also like to welcome Jeff MacArthur from Pure Air. Pure Air is one of our sponsors, and they actually have a contest going, and it's ready to set up at this table here. They've done a contest for a healthy home makeover, for a $10,000 healthy home makeover. Tickets are still available. We will be doing the draw at the end of the day today. And those tickets are still available for sale. If you're interested in that, you can go and talk to Jeff. I would also like to recognize our board members. We have Charlene Chamberlain, please stand, Peggy Duncan, Joan Mistinsick, where's Jack? Jack Van Norman, and Trent is already standing over here. Thank you so much to our board members. These individuals provide counsel and support and advice and countless other things, and so we really appreciate their help and support. I'd also like to thank all of our staff. Could I get all of our staff that are not already standing to stand? They're all already standing, look at that. Thank you for our staff. I have to say, these staff have been working in some pretty crummy conditions for a very long time, and they've been putting up with driving out of their vehicles and doing a lot of things that have gone above and beyond the call of duty, and they have just been incredible. We have such an amazing team, and we would not be here without them, so thank you to our team. And also, I would like on a personal note to introduce my family. I have my grandma, Ethel Duncan is here. My Uncle Gary and my cousin Carol are all here from Fredericton. They flew in a long way for this. And my Auntie Linda is also here from Kelowna. And so they've come a long way. And of course, my mother and my sister and Darren have been a super help, and they're always here. And we've been here till wee hours, and they're always here, always helping. So thank you to them. And also a final thank you to the families. We have some families here joining us today. We have some families like the Kulaks that have been with us since the very beginning, and like the Dundres who've been here since the very beginning. These were two of our very first families, back when we were stepping stones actually, back in late 2003, early 2004. They were two of our very first families that came on board, and we're so proud to have them here today. It's so great to have you here. I'd just like to say that I want to say thank you to the families, because that's what inspires us to raise the bar. And without the families and the kids that we work with to inspire us, we would still be tolerating the conditions we've been working under for years. And they have inspired us to go further and take this to the next level, and to really work hard, because they deserve a facility like this. And we're so excited to have them here joining us today. So thank you guys for coming. And for all of our other families that are here today, I know we've got some kids sort of wandering about here and there. Most of them are probably congregating in the sensory room and the preschool room. We'll take a tour of that later and we'll check it all out. But thank you so much to all of our families. This facility is the first of its kind, everything all under one roof, and designed from the ground up with the kids' and families' needs in mind. So we have put a lot of thought into this project. We've done a lot of things to make this a truly unique facility. We have put in things to address the sensory needs of the kids. So we've addressed the acoustics and the lighting and the colors in the rooms. We've addressed all of the safety needs of the children to try, well, as much as possible to try and keep things safe and locked and secure. And we've tried to keep all of the spaces conducive to learning. And we've also put in observation rooms. You'll notice when we do the tour that all of the rooms have observation rooms. So it's going to be a teaching facility and an opportunity for people to observe what's going on in the actual treatment sessions for community members and for parents. So we're quite excited about those opportunities. This has been quite a journey. We announced this project back in 2008. And I would like to acknowledge Sue. Where is Sue O'Connor? Where's Sue O'Connor? There's Sue. Sue O'Connor is from Synergy, and she's the executive assistant to Dennis Mozak. Sue and Dennis actually came to the announcement when we did an announcement that Klaus was donating the land and the cash for this facility. We had Sue and Dennis come out to that event. And that announcement was really what got us off the ground. And Klaus was the first one to believe in this project and the first one to know that we were going to take this to completion. And at that announcement, Sue and Dennis came and met some of the families and had a chance to meet the people involved. And that's how Synergy got involved in this project. And we wouldn't be here if it weren't for Synergy as well. So thank you for that. We have had a couple of milestones I do want to mention quickly. In June of 2010, we had a donation from the provincial government for $1.5 million through a CFEP grant through Culture and Community Services, and that announcement was made in June. We've also raised $3 million in this community, and we have that $1.5 million from the government is what we have received to date. And we're working on a second matching grant from CFEP. So we're so pleased to have our government representatives here, and Minister Klimchuk has arrived, and we're happy to have you here. Thank you for coming. And just a couple more things before we have Klaus Maier is going to say a few words, and then we're going to have a few words from Minister Klimchuk, and then we're going to have a quick word from Lauren, and then we're going to go out and do our ribbon cutting. So I think the last thing that I wanted to say about this project is that we now have a home for our services, and we now have a home for the next step. And I think The most exciting thing about this facility is what are we going to do with it now? And that's where our creative staff and our families are going to come together, and this is going to be such an incredible benefit for the autism community. And we're so excited for the next phase, and the next phase is where do we go from here, and what can we do in this space? And so as you tour around, you're going to have an opportunity to see the different spaces and the different rooms